Alright, and we are back for the continuation of Empire of the Lost NxT, Season 2, Week 2, Part 2.
So many twos.
Too many twos.
Too many twos? Okay, stop
Too
that
many.
before that gets too fur. The group finds themselves walking up the steady incline of the hill behind Cedarwood, turning back for a moment to look at the town that's about 30 minutes away as you're halfway up the hill now. And at this point, you can see at a large expanse of the town and everything surrounding it. Outside of the immediate area where you can see the town, the forest seems to expand almost beyond the horizon, with no sight of civilization in the immediate area. To the further east, you can see it continue on into flatland and forests that eventually steadies off into the ocean in that distance, though that's hundreds upon hundreds of miles away. But you can still see the ocean from this point. And to the north, it just seems to be more forest, and same to the south. So wherever you are, this village seems to be the only immediate indication of one being here, excluding other places that could be inside the forest as you're making your trek up here, as a scene opens up at this point.
See, this is what I wanted to get back for. Sites like this.
Yeah. It's just nice walking on grass. There's, stained in blood.
Just, you know.
I don't know,
something
it could be-
beautiful.
It could be clear green blood. You don't know.
Maybe it
Rather
is.
than black everywhere.
That's fair
Can't you
enough.
Can't you just appreciate the sights?
We are.
Talk about violence and
That's
blood.
pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah, seeing blood would ruin this.
Yeah.
It is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time.
Agreed. Arsis would speak up.
Besides Ursus. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Who said that?
And as you continue to walk, you pass by boulders that seem to have the word down visage of what could have been a face many a years ago, but now just seems to be an amorphous boulder head in the ground as you're getting closer to the castle.
I got a kick at it.
Don't kick at all the ruins.
Why not?
Just making sure. Just checking. Does anything happen?
No, it's a boulder.
Okay, cool.
No,
Go on,
no,
That's
no,
exactly
no,
why
no,
you
no,
sh- That's exactly why you shouldn't kick at them. Because what if something did happen? You'd look
Well-
really stupid, wouldn't you?
We are supposed to be investigating.
Thank you, Rykor.
You
See?
don't investigate by kicking things.
I
Well, what
was
do
the
you
old man
suggest
that
we
did.
do then?
You have to probe at it. Have to figure things out.
You look around, but you do it delicately.
Why delicately? What if something's hiding under the thing you're delicately poking?
You don't poke. That's not delicate. Poking isn't delicate.
So, you want to look for clues but not touch anything? Or
It's not-
disturb the place at all?
I'm not
So if
saying
someone
don't
is
touch
hiding-
anything. You just be careful. Because if this is a very old castle, you never know. Maybe there's some kind of magical enchantment on something. Maybe there's still some kind of trap set up. You don't know. Just be careful. We just got back into a safer place. I don't want one of you lighting yourself on fire or something.
As
Well,
you
it'll
guys
take a
are just
while
like
to
getting
burn
into
me.
this minute of the conversation, from Raya you just hear,
I'm sorry?
Look over to Raya. Did you make that sound?
Was that
No,
your stomach?
Is that your cat thing?
probably.
Cat thing?
it was.
I am going to ask the cat, what is it?
It just seems to be acting odd, just pawing at the air, not really doing anything specifically, rubbing its head against your arm while inside your like kimono shirt, and just being more fluffily and touchy-feely than it usually is.
Hmm.
Did you give that thing something?
Just a little bit.
Exactly how much? And can I have it?
Yeah, it seems to like it.
No, it ate it.
Oh, jeez, you had to eat it as well. Shite.
It was pie.
Oh, do pies have that effect on cats?
Well, it has that effect on me. It sort of like rubs on Raiko.
Just like hold out a hand against your shoulder.
Arsis kind of smirks and tries to stifle off laughing.
Maybe you got drugged.
Does it seem more playful or
It seems like catnippy.
or
Mm.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then. That's fine. I
But
just
it's
let
not-
him play.
It's not a cat, really, is it? It's from an entirely different plane. Who knows how to react to our food?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I should probably roll a knowledge dark on that. Like,
Oh,
should
Aaron.
Okay, knowledge dark now. So do I have it here? Do I have a day down here? Yeah, here, knowledge dark. So this thing should be able to survive fine in this environment, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right. What does it eat?
Thankfully, I didn't give it very much.
It doesn't necessarily need to eat.
Well, good for you, Raya. That thing doesn't necessarily need to eat, so it's a pretty good first pet. Don't need to worry about maintenance too much. I'm not entirely sure it defecates
Both
either.
you and Ash cut out a lot when you were talking just now, so I have no idea what either of you said.
Okay, so essentially your cat doesn't need to eat. So,
I kind of figured that out.
okay, so being a pet, it does you don't need to worry about having to feed it. That's what I was saying. But he was saying that he doesn't know whether it defecates or not. Does it defecate?
Does it?
It's been living
Has
in a
it?
chair for the past 2 days.
It has not had any bodily functions the entire time you've had it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably just some big ball of dark energy. Probably wouldn't surprise me.
It doesn't grow into some sort of horrible monster, does it?
Goes into a
Oh.
big, huge panther-looking thing. Saw that with Mr.
Well, those were red though. This one is blue.
Oh, well,
I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah, they weren't very nice.
No, they were distinctly not nice.
Well, at least they're nice enough to be color coded.
how much do I
Maybe
know about the?
strawberries.
Okay, so with
How
that
very
information,
considerate of them.
okay, with that information, how much do I know about the night cats as to what those two things are? Is that an adult one? Is that a different species?
You would know that the one she has is not infantile, the next stage beyond infantile, but not
Adolescent.
Yeah, adolescent, thank you. Not quite young adult. It's still in its
So-
growing stages.
All right, so you have a teenager. It's gonna grow. I don't know what it's gonna grow into, but it's gonna grow. Keep that in mind.
Well, if it ever gets out of hand, we can feed it blueberries and have it love everything.
Yeah, sure. Nature versus
was
nurture.
that?
Let's see how that goes. It's gonna grow. That's what I was saying. Nature.
No, I didn't
versus-
hear what Ellis said.
Well, if it ever grows out of hand and starts getting violent, just feed it blueberries and it'll love everything around it.
Apparently.
Not sure that's how that works, but okay.
That's what animals do, right? They have a food that makes them happy.
Hmm.
Suppose everyone has food that makes them happy.
It worked for Genghis. He used to carry this turkey with him everywhere.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what you're talking about.
An old friend.
He did enjoy that jerky quite a bit.
I feel left out now.
You had jerky with him?
It was
He
an
did.
old party member that we once were traveling with that unfortunately didn't make it.
I'm going to walk further ahead of the group.
So he had jerky with him. Did we take that?
No, we didn't take anything of his.
We burned all his stuff?
Yes.
And you burned all of someone's stuff.
Yes.
Was this in the dark?
Yes.
It was.
Look, I understand why people burn when someone passes away, but don't you think would have been a bad idea at the time?
No.
No.
It's respectful.
Yes, but there's just a pretty dire straits everyone was in.
Well, it makes it all the more respectful.
He died a hero.
I
How do you die?
Head got squished in by a night dar. Nighthound dar.
Oh, I'm so
Nighthound
glad I
crow,
could
actually.
this.
Ah,
what?
Was it the crow or the dar? Crap, I forget.
He was assaulted by a individual that inhabited the
It's-
dark plane.
ah. My condolences.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Arceus
That
kind of
sounds-
looks at you strange when you say that, but it's respectful and just gives a nod. It's like, thank you.
Astron's about to say something, but decides to shut up for a second. Just keep it to himself.
Learning, guys.
Slowly.
My child is growing up.
I don't know them personally, but I imagine they'd be happy that everyone else got out alive.
Mm.
It's around this time you hear the sound of a crack and a bash as Raya falls through a shaft off of the mountain, or in the hill, and Raya, you roll down into an empty room that's like at a 15-foot slope of just rubble and untouched material in here. It looks like this place hasn't been really upsetted in quite some time.
I told everyone to
Fucking
be
hell!
delicate, and they didn't listen.
You're
Are
just
you
walking.
alright?
You can't be more delicate than that.
Am I all right?
I mean, you take minimal fall damage, but you probably... Actually, no, you don't have that much defense.
You do.
Just squash your cat.
I mean, I usually have enough to negate.
So it'd be 5 fall damage.
Yeah, I have enough. I don't take any.
Just face in the
Wow.
dirt.
Raya, are you okay?
Just annoyed.
How's the night cat?
Blue fine.
You look, and it's actually just gliding down towards you. Seems like it leaped off of you when you fell.
Better than I am.
So what does this look like? Does it look like a pitfall, like something, like something?
It's not
caved
even a
in and she
pitfall.
fell?
It just fell, and now there's like a ramp of rubble behind her now.
Spot around the room.
Okay. So like something just gave way and she just fell through. It wasn't like someone seemed to dig it there.
Right.
500
Okay.
fucking years old.
Can you climb out or jump out?
Can I climb out?
I got rope if you need help.
It's literally
Yeah,
like
I-
a 60-degree
I won't
decline in there. It's not very hard to come in and out.
60 degrees is a lot.
Yeah, but do you know Raya's climb?
Also,
it's
when there's a
pretty
pile of
advanced.
rocks, that
It's
stuff
even
you can
higher
actually
now.
grab.
It might be loose materials. Who knows?
Oh fuck, where's my spot?
It's under the S's.
There it is.
Boo-boo.
It's not gonna be very much, but fuck it.
It's pretty good.
And so as you begin to look around, there's a lot of like debris floating in the air, like obscuring a little bit of sight, but you can see you're in what looks like what could have been an old room, like somebody's chamber room. As you look around, see a worn out bed that's like caved in from debris falling on it, a chest that's bashed open and looks to be filled with ancient clothing, and a doorway that currently is just blocked by a large boulder that caved in. So it looks like someone's room prior to just age taking hold of it.
What exactly do you see down there?
It's just a room.
A room.
Nice room.
Considering how old it is, not really.
I'm gonna try to make my way down.
Yeah,
It's just a bed and a chest.
Yeah,
As long as you have a balance
locked up
of
doorway.
more than 5 ranks, you should be fine.
Got balance of 27. I fucking surf down there.
Ow! 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 Shit! Fuck!
Ow.
Ah!
Look. Before
My
you go down,
balance
before
is
everyone
back.
goes down,
Astron just does the like cartoonish like cartwheeling down.
is there actually an exit down there?
No, the
As I
doorway's
reach-
blocked.
Then don't go down there.
Well, that's
Come on.
already down there. He's already fallen.
Me and Ryan are pretty strong. We could probably unblock a door.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, open the door first at least. I don't want to get stuck down there.
Okay,
But
well,
make sure you
Oh.
open it delicately.
Wait, what? Wait,
Oh
what?
yes, I forgot. Yes, we can't move the rock because that's not delicate enough.
You can
Oh, God.
move it, you just have to be careful.
okay, in the meantime, I'm just gonna go searching through those old clothes.
Wait, Alfie, what do you mean by an exit?
Is in an exit, is in a door, or anything. Basically,
to
something
another room or
anything outside of that room.
oh,
Searching through the clothing, Astron, eventually you find a brass. Well, it looks brass. It's on obviously just really tarnished, like silver buckle, or not silver. Well, it looks brass, kind of buckle thing, and within the clothes that's kind of bent inwards. Probably would have been a clamp or some type of collar, cufflink, or something to a fancy clothing thing.
Yeah, Gam, I got something for you to look at. See how much it's worth.
Just give me a moment. I just need to be careful coming down.
Right, yeah.
And I'll wait for everyone to go down and head last.
Yeah,
I've-
Fiona gets down. Like
I've got more than 5 ranks in balance, I'm fine.
Fiona has max rank.
why are we all going down here?
Because you and me
They
got
want
open up
to.
the door.
Cause fuck it.
Because they want to, and
know.
no one was listening to anything I had to say, so fuck it.
So
Alright,
you give it to, or Asheron gives you the thing to look at.
so this doesn't look like it'd be worth a lot. It looks pretty old, honestly.
Giving it a look over, it definitely seems to be some type of noble fastening to a piece of clothing, probably a cufflink or something
What's
along that
going on
kind.
there? Sorry, there's it is
Wait,
still
curly
a
bracket.
bracket,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't know where that's coming from.
There too many? What
Yeah,
about this?
it's just one too many.
There we are. Okay.
But giving it a look over, to the immediate jeweler or people trying to buy it, probably means nothing, but to someone that respects oddities and old things, they could probably find worth in this.
I mean, maybe if you found a collector, or I don't know, maybe if you found someone that had some kind of connection to this family, you might be able to get something for it.
Okay, gimme.
Hand it over.
Thank you. I take it. So, buckler.
Meanwhile, the last ones to go down, Rykor, you watch as Arceus is like taking a lot of her time. Her shoe's not really looking to be the best at climbing this down as she takes step by step.
All right, I'll catch up to her and just let her put an arm around me to help her down.
Aww.
Her eyes don't meet
Like,
with
kiss her and
yours,
not
but
talk
she
to her
like
for a
looks
week.
at you and she's like, "Thank you, Sir Rykor." She makes her way down.
Okay, Raya. We gonna meet this rock. Get the doors open.
Ash, is it a rock that can be moved?
Giving it a look-see. It looks heavy, but it doesn't look like it's permanently fixtured at where it is. Enough force or breaking force would easily deal with it.
Is there any... Is there anything around the room that could be used to give us more leverage?
You could cannibalize the bed.
I have a question.
Sure. I'm great at breaking things.
My Devil Spite ability allows me to shape my Devil Spheres into any weapon I like. Can I also turn it into like a pickaxe or like a really long lance?
A pickaxe would be an axe, so yes.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just manifest a pickaxe in my hand and just start hitting at the rock in the doorway. Akiyama, is this gentle enough for you?
For a start, that's, I imagine, disrespectful.
It's a boulder.
It's a rock in a doorway.
As everyone's ignoring you, it takes you about 30 or so swings before hairline fractures of the boulder begins to become more apparent, and eventually pieces of it begins to chip off as you're able to get it out of the corner of the doorway, giving enough room for everyone to squeeze past it, including Rykor. Most of the boulder is still in the way, though, but you got a nice bit of the corner of the doorway open now.
I'll pop my shield, like the initiative shield I've got, and then head on through.
Yeah, sure. Has the night cat found its way back to me?
It's currently messing around with the old tassels on the bed, like attacking it like if it was a creature.
Aww.
I'm gonna go pick it up. Come on, buddy. Can I pull one of the tassels off and just give it to it to play with and set it on my shoulder?
It would not be hard to do.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it starts fidgeting with it and eventually like pounces on it and then drags it down your shirt and just hides underneath your collar like it normally does.
Alright. I'm gonna follow Ro.
Fiona will probably follow behind too.
As I was looking behind with like sparks in his eyes. Oh, that's so cute.
Bird cat.
Turns out if she gets a pet, she's actually not so, big and.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But Ro and who were the first ones going in there?
Me.
Yeah.
So Ro and Raya, as you move
The
past
dumb
the
ones.
doorway,
I said I would follow them.
immediately you're met with just a very stale and kind of moldy air as you move into the hallway of this underground buried fortress. As you look side to side, seeing slivers of daylight piercing through the rooftops and the functions of the roof in here that have failed over time. But primarily, it's just really dark in here. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yes.
I have low light vision.
I have a bunch of dark vision.
Well, the
Because
three
I have
that went
dusk as well.
forward, though.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
never mind. Right, yeah, cool.
Hold on. Do Thalia have them? Yeah, they have dark vision. I have it.
So the ones that you can see with dark vision, you can see a brilliantly, though very aged and very dirty, teal, gold, and red carpet that seems to expand across the entire floor on top of the stone ground that goes to each side of you. But the boulder out of the doorway seems to be blocking a lot of the path to the right. So you would have to continue getting rid of the boulder if you wanted to go in that direction. But heading to the left seems to be completely free to you.
Looking down the hallway, like down the left, like apart from the carpet, do I notice anything else?
A couple of rotten and ruined end tables or different things like that. It looks like it would be the hallway that at its peak would be a very fancy, noble walk for someone to go through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stride out down the hallway to the left, hoping that if there's a trap, it will hit me while I've got my shield on.
Nothing seems to happen as you continue to move forward into the darkness, leaving the rest of the group behind. You continue heading
Hi,
forward,
guys.
and the air doesn't really get any better as you walk through it. It just seems like you're walking through, well, a 500-year-old ruin.
Hmm. Well, this place is actually quite dull for a ruin.
Pretty boring.
What exactly are we looking for? Ghosts and goblins?
Stuff.
Honestly, I'm just sightseeing.
So are the other people just trailing off behind them right now?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I guess I would just follow through the door as well. If they're doing a quick once over of the room.
Make sure Arsus is following along. She was
Yeah,
in
I'm-
trouble a few seconds ago.
As
Yeah,
you turn around, she still has a hand on Riker unconsciously.
Aww.
He'll try not to show it, but he's a bit
The ship wars have begun.
Rykor's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Astron's giving Rykor a look
he's a bit upset by that.
and looking to Arsis and back to him, back to Arsis, back to him.
You're right, Arsus.
Oh, yes, why?
Just look like you're having trouble with your footing, was all.
Small little red shade goes underneath her mask. She's like, oh, and she lets go of Rykor, dusts herself off, and it's like, I'm fine. Are we moving forward?
I suppose so. I think we're going through this door. Might be a bit dark though, you'll be alright. Won't you?
I can handle darkness.
Suppose that's definitely true.
Of a kind.
Though if it makes
Astron.
it easier. She holds her hand out as a ball of light starts to manifest itself about 5 feet away from her hand that gives off torchlight.
Well, that's handy.
It doesn't last
Oh.
very long, but it can help.
I was going to offer to do something similar, but I suppose that's brighter. I can do something more similar to candlelight.
Then should we catch up with the others?
We should. Best not to get separated.
Right. Hey, Rykor, can I talk to you for a second?
Right here.
Oh yeah, just like a little back, just have them go off on their own. We'll
I'd
be
really like no one to go off on their own right now.
okay. Well, I mean, you have them in sight, but just out of earshot. Can I just talk to you?
Fine, make it quick.
Okay. So, have you did what we were talking about earlier?
No, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, that was perfect time right there. she had her arm around you, could have just said, "Hey, sorry about the kiss," and then you guys could hit it off because she would understand that you're like a really good guy and you wouldn't take advantage of her in any way.
I could have,
Yes.
and yet I didn't.
Yes.
Due time, Asteron, due time.
I'm just saying, it's a perfect idea, and I mean, like, okay, just say.
I hear you.
So, Ro, as you continue to be the person to lead this, a light seems to shine from behind you as the rest of the group are starting to make their way through. You should give a couple of nods. And with the light, in front of you, down at the end of the hallway, you're able to see now the rest of the spectrum being available to you. This huge portrait of a bald, harsh-looking man dressed in black and gold armor with a teal and red crest embedded on his shoulder. Seems to be looking into you.
I kind of like do the classic horror movie house, step to the side, see if the eyes follow me.
The eyes always follow.
Yep.
No matter where you seem to step, it looks like it's always staring at you. Though it just seems to be a very old portrait. Mind you, this portrait is about 15 feet tall and about 10 feet wide.
Hey, Akiyama! With my subtle investigations, I found something. He's a big dude. He's scary.
I think you mean delicate.
Well, either.
What is it?
Point up. Big guy. I assume the former lord.
Not enough to be like, yeah, it's the former lord, is it?
No.
Is there a plaque?
I suppose.
Fiona would follow over there, and I want to roll a thing. Let's see if I can do a roll of good. Not much better. Well,
Yeah, you rolled a fucking 9, I rolled a 3.
Looking at it, Fiona, you don't recall this person, but you do recall someone similar that used to be a part of Arceus' court when you were protecting them.
The problem is, the name we were given, I mean, they exist, but as far as I'm aware, they're kind of a no-name lord. I don't think they really got up to much.
I don't really recognize this person, but I recognize someone. I remember someone kind of similar.
I suppose they all kind of look
Or-
similar after a while.
Well, gold plates and a sneer.
I suppose so.
Maybe Arceus would know.
Does this mean anything to you?
Old
Looking it
relative?
over, this may be the descendant of Lord Bake.
You just said
It's
pie.
resemblant. Bake.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Looking it over, they do have a lot of similarities, but Lord Bake, I don't recall him being located on this side of the... I don't think this is where we are.
How long was this Lord Bake around for?
He's, for all intents and purposes, was like my godfather. He knew me ever
Really?
since I was born.
How aware of this Lord Bake am I?
He
I would
is
I would have even been
one
around.
of the
and he
only
would have been
people
around.
that was not cannibalized with Lognarin's takeover.
So he's still around.
Yes.
Do I need
Cannibalized.
to roll
He's-
a knowledge nobility to know this?
Well, you wouldn't know that
You
anyway.
wouldn't know it.
Ah.
That's
haven't
that's
been here.
knowledge. Yeah, you haven't been around.
Oh, well, fuck me then. Fuck me.
He's still around.
Oh.
Well,
Really?
should we take it? Should we take this? We might be able to sell it to him.
Look, there's a multitude of issues of that.
What do you mean? Just cut the painting out the frame, roll it up, stick it in my bag.
Oh, how would we even get to talk to him?
Too late, it's done.
Isn't he... what, your godfather? And he's still alive?
I mean, that's true. Of course, they have a history. That's a good thing. But for the time being, we have to be incredibly careful who we let know that Arceus is still around.
Well, we don't need to tell him that we're running around with a damsel princess. We could just say, we found a big old painting, looks similar to you, might be a relative, you want it?
Damsel, eh?
Well, I
Wow.
can't think of the right term.
Don't think it'd be a very good idea to attempt to sell any noble a painting of themselves, or at least appears to be themselves.
No, it's not himself, it's been here for 500 years. Actually, it was in remarkably good shape considering it's been here this
I'm
long.
not going to try to sell and or take advantage of someone that I think very highly of.
That too.
It's,
I was thinking more on the line that I think they'd be quite upset if we were, well, effectively grave robbing.
But
I
if what
believe
you
the
say
correct
is
term is
true,
looting.
I would like to speak to him again, maybe being able to understand more everything that's gone on since our departure.
Well,
I know quite a bit about what went on, but I'm sure you would rather talk to someone you knew.
No offense, I meant in the actual court on things that's gone wrong. If you say he's still around and still in court.
As far as
doesn't that
I
mean
know,
he's sided with the enemy?
No.
I mean, if he's still in a position of power after the entire power structure has been overhauled, then logic
I'm
would
sure
say,
he just found a way to show that his importance was better than... Like, she's trying to grasp for straws at this point.
I
"Hey,
understand.
maybe he was too valuable to replace. That's so they kept him in
Maybe
power."
he's too valuable to place. Maybe he thought he'd be able to do more good by allowing this other person to take over and keeping himself in a position where he can actually do some good for the people.
Yes, that has to be it.
Either way, that's not something we have to think about right at this moment.
But if you do want to talk to him, a great way to get an appointment and not show your face is to have a big painting of his ancestor that you can sell.
If you really needed to get an appointment, I imagine I'd probably be able to sort something out. A lot of people owe me favors.
Well, maybe that's something we can try to use more than ripping off my godfather.
You don't actually need to sell him the thing. You could just use it as like a ploy to... Whatever. You all are against grave robbing. Fair enough. It's respectable. If... Well, whatever.
Aren't you all about death? As I say, looking over my shoulder at him. Aren't you the one constantly telling me about not doing anything with the dead?
I'm not doing anything with the dead. I'm doing something with a picture of a dead guy.
Right. Okay. As I keep checking over the painting, do I see anything?
It's just, I prefer we get the right kind of interest, not the wrong kind.
So be it. I'll be honest though, my motivations aren't completely pure. I want to stick a knife in this thing and see that if there is some malevolent force that's been maintaining it for so long, it will come out and try and kill me and I can kill it. And hopefully my god will stop thinking I'm, well, Me.
Did you just say you wanted to stab a painting because
With
it
that,
could be evil?
Asteron pulls something from the painting as you guys hear the sounds of rock scraping against rock as the painting seems to move towards you guys like a
Evil
doorway.
painting!
As he pulls it and it opens to show a path beyond the painting.
Ta-da!
Good job, Scooby Doo.
Nice job, Scoob.
What is
Don't
Scooby
like-
say?
You know, I was hoping it would just be regular ruins and not the secret tunnel kind.
What, the fun kind?
You mean the interesting kind?
Well, to be honest, I think I've had far enough of interesting, and I'd rather just have comfortable and safe for the next few weeks.
Well, then you can go back up top.
I think our
And
pies
going
will be
up
ready
towards-
soon.
Well, I'm already down here now.
I mean, if you want to go back and get the pie, bring it back. While we, you know... Is the term spelunking for this? Explore? Adventure.
I suppose it depends if someone still owns this place or not.
Yes, we are an adventuring party after all.
Hells yeah, we are. So,
After
Anyone
you.
have a torch?
I suggest we move forward then.
Yes.
Let's do.
Ross, how long can you keep that light up for?
It's, if we're quick, should last. I can do it for spans of 10 minutes.
And Akiyama, you've got a candle in your pocket?
No, it's... I can keep magical fire. It's a race thing.
Ah, cool.
It's
Oh.
hard to keep up for long periods of time.
Well, at least we have a little bit of light, should we need it. As I climb through the painting portal.
Ro, you stop and then think about what he said and look at him curiously about it being a race thing because he looks like he's just Tobu.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him in.
No.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
you never have.
Nope.
Alright. Actually, I stopped, turned around. Has something changed recently?
Really changed recently.
Well, the last Tobu I met couldn't set themselves on fire.
I never said I could set myself on fire. I mean, technically anyone could set themselves on fire, it's just whether or not that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
When is that a good idea?
I
When
don't
you're really
know.
cold.
Apparently, I'm on fire.
Unless you have hair like Raya, yeah.
I'm sorry, you can set yourself on fire as well.
She has
No
a
one
flaming
can
mohawk.
I'm just kind of on fire all the
Mohawk,
time.
mullet.
Yeah.
No one,
It-
no one
like,
can
it's
set
actually
themselves on fire. Alright.
Surprised no one has called more attention to that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Then again, no one's tried to, run their hand through it like you have, Asteron, and come out with just fucking flames.
Yeah.
So it just looks really, really red.
Okay, I'm just gonna look in this.
Actually, that's the
portal
question.
thing.
Is it like providing a very faint light source? Do
Like
I
in the
actually
description,
slow
it gives off
down?
candlelight.
Hey!
Hey,
Iron
Raya's a
giant
torch.
Candle.
You could say she's hot-headed.
Ah!
Go, Dad.
Set him on fire.
Well, are we gonna go through this secret passageway or what then?
Yep, sure. I walk through it. Okay.
I go too.
So as you guys begin to do your trek through the passageway, it seems to be a staircase, primarily going down further into the ruins.
Are there scratches on the walls, like the stairs can turn into a slide?
No.
Cool.
May I ask this, did you ever have any secret passageways where you lived?
Yes, it's, well, imperative. It's the main reason why me and Fayana were able to escape.
I thought you escaped into the dark.
Yes, but we had to traverse the castle to get to that point.
You just have
Did you ever, like,
to the
hide
dark?
in the secret passageways when you were little? I think that's what I would do.
I used to have games with my brothers like that, yes. Until our father kind of banned us from doing so.
It probably wouldn't be very safe.
Well, you'd think you'd want your heirs to be aware of the escape routes.
Yeah, but you probably also don't want them to be too aware. They'd probably let the wrong people know about the escape route.
I suppose.
So exactly who sent you to the dark?
My mother.
Your mother uses magic?
She nods.
Oh, okay. So she's like a merc? Okay. Would I know about the dark enough to know whether mercs or anyone could just open up a portal to there?
Anyone with enough magic can do what they want.
Okay.
True fact.
Has she studied for like a lot? Is she part of an arch college or?
She was a queen, but at the same time, she had her information with magic.
A lot of people in nobility like to be informed on magical matters. At least have something like a court mage.
Yeah.
I didn't like him.
The
Nah,
court
there
mage.
was people like that are very stuffy. I think my mother was one. She's nice.
His name was Gertural Don Vosknik. And he was a pain.
Oh. Is that guy still a thing?
That guy is definitely still a thing.
How much of a thing?
He too is still on the council. Or not the council, the court, in the court.
Well, in less good news, he's also still a part of the court.
Wonderful, she says very dryly.
Did he ever try to teach you anything, or was he just all uptight?
He tried, but it never really took.
I feel like there's subtext there that I'm just not gonna ask about.
My mother tried to teach me a bunch of different magic. Some of it took. Others didn't. She tried to teach me a basic spell once on how to set a little fire. I almost lit her on fire. Then we never tried that again.
I much more prefer the Divine than the Arcane. I'll leave it at that.
The arcane has its uses, but I'd have to agree. Divine magic, it's a lot more comfortable to use.
It's at this point you guys eventually walk into more of a cave than a part of the structure of the building. It looks like the building, or the staircase, turns to a right and you can follow that. But like the corner of the wall broke out and it seems to continue on into a cave.
So, cave or corridor?
What's a cave?
Well, does anyone else think the cave might lead to water? How good are
I'll
you all at
expect-
swimming?
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I don't swim.
Well, we have rope, so we can tie these strong swimmers to.
I don't
Wait.
swim either.
Yeah, I'm not a good swimmer either.
Ragor, you swim?
Not in a long time, but I can do it.
Arceus?
Of course I can paddle in water.
As long as you can keep your head above, that's all that counts.
Well, there was something wrong with the lake as well, so we may as well
Yeah, maybe
poke
we
around
don't
that.
want to swim.
Fair point.
It might be a good idea to not touch the water for the time being.
So, the cave will likely lead us to water, because caves are usually made that way.
We could go in the cave, look what's there. If it's all water, we go down the corridor.
Check it out a little bit.
Though I have suddenly realised that this place is probably if there are any, probably a very good meeting point for like any kind of clandestine groups.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not saying
Clandestine groups that would make that lovely little town in danger?
that there will be like a cult or anything, but I'm just saying we should keep that into account. This might not be completely empty.
Well, listen, if there is a cult and they have some creepy underground thing and there's a portal there, for the love of Christ,
Whoever that is.
Go straight for it.
Don't touch it.
Only good things happen with portals.
Right,
Is Riker looking
pointedly
directly at Ryan?
Yeah, I was thinking.
you give her a little glance.
He's
I-
not avoiding eye contact. Abort mission. Abort.
Don't know why I would run through a portal.
Yeah, that seems kind of dumb.
Abort harder.
I mean, is there a reason why you would?
Abort even harder.
So which direction are you guys going?
I say cave.
Yeah, I think we're going
Caves.
cave first, yeah.
Alright, so as you guys move to the cave, you eventually find yourself to a dead end. But not a real dead end. A dead end that leads to a pool of water that doesn't seem to be very deep.
Just gonna sniff the water. Let's see if it smells stagnant.
It smells
You
like
won't-
clean water.
I look up above us. Do I see like water dripping from the ceiling?
It's slightly moist, but not enough to sustain the water here.
Does anyone have an empty bottle or something?
I technically did. Did Raya give me back the empty vulnerary thing after she drank it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have that. I give it to Akiyama.
Does anyone have some rope?
Yes,
Could you tie it around this bottle?
I do
Pretty-
so.
Oh, okay.
It's a thick rope for a small bottle, but I'm assuming you don't want me to dunk it in there delicately.
Well, it's if I try to fill it with my hand, I'll probably still get water on myself.
Won't the rope and bottle become wet?
You can dry those off.
You can. As I dunk and fill the bottle.
It takes a little bit of effort, but eventually with time you do so, as it's not enough to really change the volume of the water enough to
Oh,
matter.
That's not what we're doing.
Yeah, I'll hand the rope to Akiyama.
And I assume this has a cork or something somewhere?
I'm pretty sure there was a cork that we kept, so I give him a cork.
Just cork it off. We can have that looked at some point. Hopefully it'll just be water.
I say the water's fresh, so there's movement here, might be connected to the lake.
Well, this is as far as we can go without actually touching the water. So we might as well go down the corridor first.
Yep.
I mean, are we sure we don't just want to
We
do a
want
test run?
we
or-
want to try everything that we are more sure is safe first before we
Not if it's having an effect on people.
yeah. Essentially.
It would be helpful to actually have someone who's under the effects. So if there is something compelling them to leave town, be aware of it.
Well, let's not immediately go towards that. Let's
Yeah,
look down a corridor
Maybe
first.
as the last resort.
Rather
Last
not if
resort,
you're gonna have
maybe.
to.
I prefer
I
not
volunteer.
to use anyone as a test subject.
Astron licks his lips.
I think Astron volunteers. Anyway, corridor first, before we start
Alright.
sacrificing people to the pool.
Guess we'll head back.
Alright, so, taking your vial of water, you begin to move back to go down the corridor. Walking down it, it's a very claustrophobic fit. You aren't able to walk side by side going down this very old, very stagnant corridor until you reach like a tri angle or like a tri amount of options.
So, corridor now?
Now there's 3 corridors.
That's
Do the same as before, go down one, dead end, double
We
back.
could all go down one together, or we could split it up and look for clues.
Bad
oh,
idea.
that's
Bad idea.
Ruh-roh.
Since I have the light, I suppose we are not going to do that.
I can send other people that can see down one corridor and other people that can't down the other.
I mean, as long as there's some sort semblance of light, I can see pretty far. But
There is not down this deep.
okay, well,
The only light
Yeah.
that shears in here at this point is hers. You've gone so
You
deep
don't-
into the hill
And
that
my
it's
hair.
and Raya's hair. It's gone so deep down into the ruins and underground that there's no more light coming from the surface.
all right. Since you don't give me night vision, just give me dark vision. I guess I'll stay with Arceus or Raya.
I suppose we'll keep going together then.
Right,
Makes sense.
the leftmost one.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll lead the way down there.
So as you begin to head left, eventually you pass by the carcasses of old suits of armor that you thought might have been combat worthy, but as you pass by them, it becomes more relevant that it's most likely display sets that belonged in here before whatever happened to this place happened.
Astron flicks one of them.
A very metallic ping goes off, though not the kind that you expect for like practical suits of armor. These are definitely decorated sets.
Can you not do that?
I was going to say, does
Usually
anyone
when
mind
you
if I...
touch something, everything goes wrong.
Right. Just give me a second. I'm gonna start touching them all over.
Or you end up blind.
Oh my god.
Well, hey, give him some credit. He figured out the painting.
You did.
Points his hand up when Riker says that. I keep searching the armor. Anything?
It is a decoration set of armor.
All right,
That's
it's
just
just up
really
to decoration. All right, just very old decoration set of armor. Are they holding anything?
Each one seems to be holding different weapons. One looks to be holding a mace, face down, the other a sword face up, and the last one a shield face down.
Are they decorative weapon, the
Yes.
paintings? Okay.
Decorative weapons.
I feel like this is gonna be part of a puzzle at some point. This is a puzzle. It's gonna be a puzzle. We're gonna come across something. It's gonna be suits of armor. We're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to switch them around in their position. That's what this is gonna be.
This is a pile of rubble. This isn't a puzzle.
Sure.
Well, then, Astron, take a mental note.
I shall.
What kind of noble houses have you been in where that
None.
is something they'd have?
You've heard the stories, everyone has.
They don't actually do that though.
But we've already discussed that they have secret passages.
They have secret passages, but they're not insane.
Maybe there's a treasure vault down here.
I feel like insanity's kind of relative.